Hello and welcome to Club 2, episode 10 of The Pilgrimage on FM24. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode, it is the pre-season edition, and at the time of recording we are still with Oxford City, so we'll begin by showing you what transfers have happened so far and what the squad looks like on day one of pre-season. So I'll be back in a moment with the transfers and the current squad. Okay, let's begin by taking a look at the players who have arrived since the final game of last season. And as you can see, there are 4 players that have arrived since then, all still appearing on last season's transfers. So we begin with Jackson Kelly, who arrives on a free from Stoke. Jackson is a striker, 3.5 stars of current ability, 4.5 stars of potential, best striker at the club by some distance, and only 18 as well, so delighted to get him in. After Jackson Kelly, next in was Kazim Nweki on a free transfer. Kazim can play anywhere from central defence to central midfield and is a 1-star current ability, 3-star potential player in central midfield. So a solid backup option, and only 16 as well, so plenty of years ahead of him. Next in was Joseph Adoniran, another free transfer arrival and another central midfielder, another 1-star current ability, 3-star potential player, and again just 16 years old. And next in was Freddie Cowan from Crystal Palace on a free transfer, left back, and he is 3 stars of current ability, 4 stars of potential, and is 18, so again has youth on his side, and is the second best left back at the club currently, and is almost potentially as good as Mitchell Roberts, our first choice left back. So that concludes all of the arrivals, and I'll show you the squad as it stands now. A bit difficult because we don't currently have any scouts, so I can't show you their positions, but what I can do is put them in. I've got the team from the last match still selected, so you can see those, plus the new arrivals in Cowan and Kelly are in there. Lewis Darlington was promoted from the youth team, so there are plenty of players here, and we'll be looking to do some more business over the transfer window, both in and out. As you can see, there are a number of 2-star or below current ability players, so we'll be looking to move as many of those on as we can. And I will leave you there, and I'll come back in a couple of weeks' time and show you the first batch of transfers. Okay, I'm back, and as you can see, it is the 16th of July. We've managed to complete 2 signings so far, Eddie Nsassi and Lewis Benjamin. So let's take a look at both of them, starting with Eddie Nsassi. He's a centre-back, 4.5 stars of current ability, 5 stars of potential. He's 18, so he's an absolute superstar. Delighted to get him in. And he will be straight into the first team. And after that, Lewis Benjamin is a 3-star current ability, 5-star potential goalkeeper that we've brought in on a free transfer from Wolves. And again, he looks a really good prospect. He's an 18-year-old Welshman, capped at under 19 level. So I'll be looking to develop him and make him into our undisputed first choice keeper. So further to that, we've also got our first batch of trialists in. As you can see, they're the ones in green. So I'll leave you there, and I'll come back once we've decided who we're going to make offers to and found out who has accepted and joined the club. So I'll be back as soon as those deals are done. Okay, well, it is now the 26th of July and time to reveal which of the trialists have been signed. And as you can see, since I last spoke to you, we've signed Craig Fassenmaid, who is a player who can play across the front three, better on both wings than he is up front, but still a capable striker. So predominantly I'm going to be looking to use him on the right wing. Next in was Jayden Chibanga, who is another one who can play on both wings, and he is equally comfortable on both sides. And another youngster at only 19. So that's Chibanga. Next in was Sonny Sharples, who's a defensive midfielder, 2.5 stars of current ability and up to 4.5 stars of potential. So he is the best defensive midfielder at the club. So he'll be first choice, even though he's only 20. After Sonny Sharples was Will Stanway, who is a goalkeeper and will be probably just about, in fact he might not be first choice. He's 24, 2.5 stars of current ability, 4 stars of potential. And after Will Stanway was Sean Walters, who is a right winger and striker, and actually is better up front, even though he's allegedly less comfortable up there. He's a better player there, and is the second best striker at the club. So I'm definitely going to be using him predominantly as a striker, but he can certainly be a backup on the right wing. After Sean Walters, Mason McLean is a central defender and another fairly young player at 22. So he's going to be competing for a starting spot. After Mason McLean, it was Isaac Sinclair that was next in. He's a right-sided winger, 2.5 stars of current ability, 3 stars of potential, and the best right winger currently at the club, although Chibanga has slightly more potential. So those two will fight it out amongst themselves. After Isaac Sinclair was Stephen Turner, who is a central midfielder and defensive midfielder, although slightly better in central midfield, and is currently the second best central midfielder at the club. So he's going to be able to provide backup in both places. Isn't going to be first choice in either. Harrison Sodji was next in. He's a left back and centre back, and ideally he's going to play in central defence and will be a backup to left back. So Harrison Sodji, and the final signing then, Russell Burko, is a left winger, 2.5 stars of current ability and 4.5 stars of potential. So he is potentially the best or second best left winger at the club, so he has definitely got a very bright future. So I'll be back in a moment to show you the squad as it stands now, and then we will look to fill in any remaining gaps. So I'll be back again in just a moment. Okay, here is the squad then, and we'll begin with the goalkeepers. We've got two. They're both equal on current ability, but Lewis Benjamin has a slight edge in terms of potential. Although that said, Will Stanway's got more experience, so he's likely to be first choice initially, although Lewis is going to push him extremely hard. At right back, we've only got one at the moment, and that is Michael Lavin, who was here last season. 2.5 stars of current ability and 5 stars of potential. He's still only 20, so definitely got room to grow still. Moving on to the defenders, Mitchell Roberts is absolutely a nailed-on starter at centre-back. Mason McLean is 3 stars of current ability, 4 stars of potential. Harrison Sodji is pretty similar to that. And Bailey Berry is going to be the fourth choice centre-back. In fact, he's not. We've got Eddie Nzasi, who is another one that's going to compete for a starting spot. So basically, we've got four starter ready centre backs and one backup. So centre back, very, very strong indeed. Moving on to left back, Freddie Cowan, the only left back at the club, and he is definitely first team ready. So we're going to try and add a backup to him. Defensive midfield, we've only got one. Sonny Sharples, 2.5 stars of current ability and 4.5 stars of potential. So decent, but we'll probably look to bring somebody in to compete with him rather than over the top of him. And then in central midfield, we've only got one at the moment, and it's another 2.5 stars current ability, 5-star potential, 19-year-old player in the shape of Stephen Turner. So ideally, we need another 2 or 3 central midfielders. Moving on to a right winger, we've got Craig Fastnade, who is 2.5 stars of current ability, 3 stars of potential. And we've got Isaac Sinclair, who is 2.5 stars of current ability, 3.5 stars of potential. So Sinclair likely to be first choice. Fastnade a more than capable backup. On the left hand side, Lewis Coyle, 2 stars of current ability, 2 stars of potential. Ideally, I'm looking to move him on and bring in another left winger. Our current other left winger at the club is Jaden Chibanga, who is a new signing, 2.5 stars of current ability, 5 stars of potential. So ideally, we want to bring in somebody who is on a level with him and can provide competition rather than take his place away. In terms of strikers, we've got new signing to Sean Walters, who's 3 stars current ability and potential. We've got Tom Pearce, last season's top scorer, is now 2 stars of current ability, 2 stars of potential, so his days look numbered. Lewis Darlington, 2 stars of current ability, 3.5 stars of potential. He's newly promoted from the youth team, so he is going to be given plenty of opportunities. And finally, we've got new signing Jackson Kelly, who is the best striker at the club, 3.5 stars of current ability, 5 stars of potential. So Walters and Darlington are going to provide the backup to him. and the rest we're going to look to potentially ship out. So I will go away, try and fill in the gaps, and I'll be back on the eve of the start of the season to show you how the squad looks going in to the new campaign. So I'll talk to you again in just a moment. Okay, it is now the 2nd of August and the season proper kicks off today. So time to give you the final signings before the start of the season. We brought in Ollie Box on loan from Dartford, who is, as you can see, a left winger. He's 2 stars of current ability, 4.5 stars of potential, so is going to provide competition up there and eventually will become a big part of the squad if we can keep hold of him. Next in was Finn Howell from Solihull Moors on loan, and he's a left back, 2.5 stars of current ability, 4 stars of potential, and again is there to provide competition. After Finn Howell, next in was Charlie Trustram from Swindon. He's a central midfielder, and is going to bulk out that area of the squad. It was a big area of weakness before we started bringing loan players in. Alfie Atherton was next in from Oldham. He's another loan player, not quite as good, so we need to hope he develops towards his potential over the season. After Alfie Atherton was the final signing so far in the shape of right back Freddie Taylor, an 18-year-old, 2.5 stars of current ability, 5 stars of potential. And so that concludes the transfers for now, although we do have one more in the pipeline, which is another central midfielder in the shape of Joe Donoghue. Not going to be here in time for the opening game of the season, but and we don't know an awful lot about him. He's come up on our recommendations from our director of football, so I've taken a punt on him and I'll introduce you to him on the next episode. So I'll be back in a moment to show you the squad we'll be taking into the opening match of the season and to tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, here is the squad as it stands now. We've got the 2 goalkeepers in Will Stanway and Lewis Benjamin. We've got 2 right backs in the shape of Michael Lavin and loan signing Freddie Taylor. Then we've got the area we're best stocked at in centre back, Mitchell Roberts, Mason McLean, Harrison Sodji, Bailey Berry and Eddie Nzasi. Left backs Freddie Cowan and Finn Howell. Defensive midfield we're still a little bit light, we've just got one there in the shape of Sonny Sharples. In central midfield we've got 3 currently, Stephen Turner, Alfie Atherton and Charlie Trustram, with hopefully one more to come. On the left hand side we've currently got 3. We're looking to move one of them on. We've got Lewis Coyle, we've got Jaden Chabanga and Ollie Box. We're looking hopefully to move Lewis Coyle on before too much longer. On the right hand side we've got Craig Fassenmaid and Isaac Sinclair. And then up front we've got Tashawn Walters, we've got Tom Pears, Lewis Darlington and Jackson Kelly. And again I'm open to offers for Tom Pears, and possibly might look to loan Lewis Darlington out short term. So that concludes the squad roundup. I'll be back in a moment to show you the predicted league table and tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, here is the predicted league table, and as you can see, the media are tipping us for an 11th place finish, broadly in line with where we finished last season. The board, on the other hand, have set the target as avoid relegation, so hopefully it'll be a relatively comfortable season if we end up seeing it out in its entirety. So let's have a look at the schedule. And we're obviously going to come back for the opening 2 matches of the season, where we'll be at home to Kidderminster and away to Alfreton. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.